YouTube land. As you can tell, we're not necessarily at the Between Worlds Festival at the moment, but we are in Nashville, Tennessee, and we don't have any signal there. Let's start this poll, and then we'll push forward. Make sure everybody's doing okay out there in YouTube land. Bam. Take that, set it there. Hope all is well. Hope you are doing okay. Yeah, we're gonna do it like that. Why won't it let me move it? There it goes. Bam. Slow and steady, nice and easy. What was the theme of the day? Keep pushing forward, right? Even the most blissful things can cause us a lot of stress and anxiety. For me, it's not having a game plan. For me, I've realized yesterday feeling like I was a day short and a dollar behind causes me so much stress and anxiety. Omar, slow and steady, brother. Yes, slow and steady, Omar. It's good to see you, brother. You're doing okay today. I'm assuming you're the one that answered our survey, and I appreciate you, brother. We're in Nashville, Tennessee. Rob's at a meeting at Wells Fargo with some business partners of his where he has to sign some paperwork. So I figured I'd take this opportunity and chat with you guys a little bit. Lots of fun stuff to come in the shorts here soon. People tossing fire and pole dancing and cool music and selling glow sticks, and we scrapped the Raverade idea because permits and whatnot and legalities we thought we had under control but didn't. But the festival's been fun so far. Like I said, I got some videos to make shorts. We have no signal out there in the woods where it is, but it's a pretty cool place out there. I hope you guys are doing well. The theme of today is the push through, right? Push through that anxiety and stress and anxiousness. Find the core of it so that you can heal. Open your heart to growth through acceptance and open, honest communication, right? That's our credo here. So I got to keep reminding myself because I need that medicine. Don't forget to double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. And please engage in the conversation. Help me understand how you push through when you're struggling. We're in this beautiful moment with my brother out here checking out this festival, selling glow sticks. I mean, we sold 3 glow sticks basically. But it is what it is. It's about the connection and the camaraderie and the time spent, and I let myself get a little overwhelmed yesterday on the way in. A little bit behind. Expectations weren't met. I felt like I was back in school that first day with an empty backpack, having to bum pencils off people and stuff. It's a horrible feeling. For me, causes a ridiculous amount of anxiety. But I was able to push through that anxiety and show appreciation and hope. Thank you, Brandon. What's up, brother? How you doing today? Hope you're holding up well. Feel free to double tap that screen. We're chatting a little bit about Between Worlds Festival. At the moment, we're chilling, waiting for my brother to get, he's at Wells Fargo with a little appointment that he's got going on, and we're chatting about pushing forward despite the expectations, despite the struggle that those expectations might cause, despite my ability to flop emotionally and feel consumed by certain emotions, right? We're going to flip that to all messages, make sure we can hear you guys. Appreciate the love over there on the side. It means a lot. Last night was fun, man. I got to spend some time jamming out and hanging with my brother and some cool new people. Like I said, there'll be some shorts to come here relatively soon of some of the awesome stuff at the festival. It's just been a blast. If you guys are anywhere near Tennessee, Between Worlds is still going on. Get yourself a day pass. Come check us out. We'll be selling glow sticks and artwork, and I got me and my buddy got kind of teamed up. We got a little tent there. We're selling some of our art. I did like your thank you, Brendan. We appreciate you. Do you subscribe? Do you hit that notification bell? Tell us, how do you push forward when you're struggling? Do you just fold to the mold? Do you just allow that anxiety to consume you and stop, or do you stop moving forward, or do you find some kind of motivation and inspiration to push forward through it? Help our brothers and sisters find a way. For me, it was just gritting my teeth and knowing that this too shall pass, right? Spending some time with my brothers, and eventually it kind of it lapsed once the expectations wore off for me. Morgan, what are you talking about, Morgan? Stop trying to feed the flames there. No one's taking your boulder of pain here this morning. That is not what this is about. This is about open, honest connection. Allowing the turtle herd to get a little catch up since we can't stream from the festival we're at. I hope you find peace in your heart, Morgan. I hope you find a way to set the boulder of pain down at your feet instead of trying to hand it to somebody. I know you've experienced handing this boulder of pain to people, and it feels like it helps you for a moment, but how long does that moment last? How long can you truly be healed by handing someone the pain? Um, yeah, I know you're trolling. It's all good. It's like you're well, welcome in. I appreciate you expressing yourself, adding to the communication count. How are you really doing today, Morgan? Did you hit yes? Did you hit no? Are you doing all right? You feeling okay? Is there any inspiration or hope you can give us for those moments of struggle and anxiousness that consume a lot of us? What do you do? How do you push forward in those moments? Spread some love. Hand a boulder of love to your brothers and sisters instead of that boulder of pain. I'm good. Sorry. It's all good. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're sticking around. Subscribe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Double tap that screen. That'll prove you're sorry. My grandma used to say you could shit in one hand and put your sorries in another. Basically, that just means your sorries don't mean shit. It's actions over words. And I didn't know that when I was younger. I used to think it was up, and I wanted to. You just accept my apologies. You never did. You wouldn't. There's no need for that. You know what I'm saying? Those actions can make up for what you've done. Just hit that double tap that screen, subscribe, hit the notification bell, chat with us about how you're really doing. I'm a jokester. We're jokesters here too. We appreciate you. And especially if we can help you set down that boulder of pain, joke in a positive way that helps us to find light, love, and appreciation, hope through the struggle, right? We are the turtle herd. Slow and steady, we weather the burden together. And we do that through open, honest communication there, Morgan. Love, respect, and appreciation. Double tapping that screen. Take the adventure, take the leap, do the thing that's going to be a struggle, right? It's so easy to just sit in our bubble and do nothing and then think and dream about what we're going to do when we find the time. It's hard to take that leap, It's hard to say yes to life because it doesn't always work out. And when it doesn't work out for me, it causes anxiety and stress. But we face it head on together through open, honest communication. I appreciate you, Morgan, for coming in. I appreciate you handing the boulder of pain, but I appreciate more that you've learned to set that boulder of pain at your feet. Kurt, you look like the type of guy that wants to see. Not necessarily, good sir. Again, we just talked about this, Kurt. Set down the boulder of pain, brother. It's okay. You don't have to try to hand it to me. You're not going to make me feel awkward and weird the way you felt so that we can feel together. You know how we feel together and feel connected? By being open and honest. Not by trying to make me feel awkward and weird the way someone made you feel awkward and weird. The way that someone abused you and manipulated you and made you feel ashamed and broken. That type of connection is false connection, my friend. We want real connection here. We want open, honest communication. Are you okay? You're obviously not doing all right. You wouldn't be trying to hand a boulder of pain. Jay, damn straight, I'm an old dog. Compared to some, I'm just a pup. Kurt, open and honest. Damn straight, Kurt. We appreciate you, brother. Well, stay true, man. Stop trying to go out there and hand that awkward, weird shit to other human beings. You could have hit it. You could have stumbled onto a place where that made someone feel awkward and weird and ruin their day, man. Your words, you must be impeccable with your words out there today, because that's how you're gonna weather through and push through the struggle. You don't know how your words will affect somebody else. They're not going to affect me here because I've learned to set that boulder of pain down and help my brothers and sisters out there set their boulder of pain down. But you could negatively affect somebody. You could change their whole day. You could make them add negativity into the world through your actions. Is that what you want, buddy? That's not what I want. I want my actions to add positivity and hope into the world. But we all get to make our own decisions, right? Or some people just try to have laughs. No, and I'm with you too. I think we should laugh in the dark times, Morgan. But what I truly believe is that there's a difference between laughing in the dark times and when we're struggling and trying to hand that struggle over to somebody else. If we can do it in a lighthearted, compassionate way. In the world, I guess the world today, doesn't really teach us that morality too. So I don't know. I just know that Hawanase, new words, my father figure, great man from the Onondaga Nation, would tell you to set the boulder of pain down. Why are you struggling? Why are you hurting? You know what I'm saying? Tommy! A natural thing said to you is so easily spread to somebody else, easily to somebody who's very... Yeah, exactly, Tom. That's why we must be impeccable with our words, brother. Because you might actually, those words might land on someone's lap who you'll affect in a deep, deep way and push them over the edge. Do you want to be that person? I mean, it feels good, right, when you've been pushed over the edge to push over the edge. But what feels better is to help that person step back from the ledge. That's true growth. That's true healing. That's true acceptance for yourself. That's how, for me, I continuously push forward. That's the tool I use to set down the boulder of pain, my friend. Brother, God bless you, brother. Thank you, 416. I appreciate you, John. Morgan, you seem normal, bro. You should be proud. I seem normal. Morgan, I appreciate that. Seeming normal, and what does normal mean? That's a whole nother conversation, Morgan. God, one of the, normal, huh? What the hell is normal? I was born to an abyss of pain and struggle there. I found myself a family outside of my blood that would love and cater to me, and I've lost them all. They've all started their journey, and I've struggled with my mental health. I've struggled with life in general, and maybe that is all normal, right? I mean, you're right. We're all normal. You're normal too. You seem normal, right? You seem exactly what you need to be in this moment. Normality is just this word that we put on stuff to feel comfortable, right? I don't know about normal. I've been called a lot of things. Go back and check out some of the shorts, some of the adventures. I took a Dodge Avenger and I ripped out the back seats, put a foam mattress into the trunk, made a little kitchenette out of the passenger seat, spark driving DoorDash all the way to Key West. Did some good deeds along the way, spreading love, hope, and inspiration. My father's message of doing the next right thing, and it'll exceed your greatest expectations. If normal is a percentage, then I wouldn't say that's normal. Was it my next right thing? Of course it was. But normal is, are we speaking normal as in, what is percentagely normal, right? Like, what did the majority of people do? Is that what makes it normal? Yeah, it's all, and Morgan, I appreciate here what normal is a whole different thing too, because we're normal is having the open, honest communication. Normal is having the conversation that's hard to have here, being open and honest. I was 10 meth addicts and clean 3 years. Yes, Morgan, thank you for sharing that. That's absolutely awesome. 3 years clean. Keep in mind, we lose a lot of people to that, and we're proud of you. So let's send Morgan some love over there. It's good to see you this morning. Send Morgan some love for his sobriety, whatever it may be. I don't mean to classify you. It's kind of hard in this context to really figure out who we're talking to. 10 years. I was 10 years. Yeah, 10 years addicted, right? 3 years clean. Clean 3 years. That's absolutely awesome. I got rich mother-in-law that says to my wife she can do better, even though I take care of her and treat her really good. Tommy, that's what matters, brother. Money isn't, people think that, like, oh, you got the money, you got the job, you got this structured thing, and then you're normal, and then people could say, oh, he's got a good thing because he's falling into the status quo. But I think beyond that, what's more important is that you love your wife, man. Is that you're treating her well, is that you respect her with compassion and appreciation, because that's a rarity in this world. Who cares what your mother-in-law thinks, man? Her, right? I mean, you got to keep her, don't say it to her face, I guess, you got to keep up appearances so that you can keep pushing forward. But Tommy, man, Tom, I appreciate you expressing yourself, brother, but you should be proud of you being the loving, compassionate person you are. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. You shouldn't be, you just don't let her get to you because of what she thinks you should be and thinks that your wife could do better. Because what does she think? She thinks that your wife could get someone who makes more money and then beats her. Thinks that her wife could find someone who has more prestige in the world around him, and then he cheats on her. Like, would that be better? It's like a lot of these people, these normal people, right? These people that would be better for your wife as far as your mother-in-law is concerned, behind closed doors are tyrannous human beings. You don't see, you're a compassionate, loving human being, and that's what matters. And your wife's lucky, man. Love you all. Thank you, Morgan. We love you too. Congratulations, Morgan. Thank you for sending that love, Al. Thank you, Al. Swamp, Fox News, Tom. Then you should tell your wife her mother can no longer come around and the Bible takes others. Marriage means mothers and fathers and your brothers. Thank you, Swamp. We appreciate your opinion, but I don't know if I necessarily believe in that, man. I believe in letting it roll. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. You know, that's your wife's mother. You can't tell her that I mean, you could, I guess. You could put that online. You want to put that line down? That she can't talk to her mother can't come over? Or, you know, I mean, that seems kind of maybe, and I'm not, whatever, it seems maybe childish a little bit, right? Because you're an adult, right? We can let this shit roll off. Someone hands me the boulder of pain here in the conversation. I don't go off the hinges and tell them and kick them out right away. You know, like we address it. You know, set down the boulder of pain. I mean, you have every right to say the thing you want to say to your mother-in-law when she comes over and not take her shit. If she ever says anything to your wife or to you about you not being good enough, you have every right to tell her how much you love your wife and how you do everything possible and you're a good man to her. You know, I think that would be a better step, dressing it forward and straightforward. And, you know, that communication could be hard with love. You love your wife. She loves her mom. I'm sure you care for her mom in a certain way. You gave birth to this woman, you know. And that open, honest communication can be hard. We just want to cut it out of our lives. But I recommend that you take the harder step there, brother. And Swamp, maybe Swamp's right. I don't know, you know. MP, that's basically a prerequisite to trash talk their wife's husbands. You're not a mother-in-law if you don't do that. MP, I appreciate your opinion too, MP. We'll get to all the comments, guys. Stick around for a little bit. I'm kind of falling behind, but I want to, you know, chat with you guys directly. MP, I see that a lot, right? And let's be real too. When we put other people's shoes on our feet and we really embrace their perception of things, we can kind of understand it. That's her baby, right? Like nothing will ever be good enough for her baby, right? And you took her baby away. There's probably this thing inside of her that struggles with this empty nest and this fact that she doesn't have her child anymore in her life, and you're the catalyst thereof. And you know, she's happy that her child's got her own life, but she's resentful that she doesn't have her child anymore. You know, that's probably a lot of that going on with these mother-in-laws. You know, so let's have compassion for what people are going through. If you continuously come around my house and so disrespect, you are not going to come around because you're entitled to your opinion. I think that's a good way to be too, Swamp. You got to stand your ground. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're right. I mean, at a certain point, right? At a certain point, but I recommend first to say the thing. First to say the thing that's hard to say. Plant your feet in the sand and say no more. This is how, you know, and then I would recommend being like, we're done. Don't come over here till you have an apology, right? Like maybe there's a combo platter there between what we're both talking about. Mitchell, are you not, you're nothing but bullshit. Mitchell, why does it matter what my preferences are, how I look? If I look one way or another, what does that matter to you? All right. And Mitchell, who hurt you? Who hurt you to the point, again, we're going to address this one more time today. Who hurt you to the point where you thought you could come in here and hurt me with some bullshit? I don't care. You're not going to bother me. I'm not going to let your frustration and anger and whoever hurt you in a certain way to make you feel a certain way affect my day. I'm going to set the boulder of pain right down at your feet, Mitchell, and I suggest you do the same. I suggest you take the time and effort to find enough love for yourself to realize that instant gratification that comes from trying to hand me the boulder of pain is doing nothing but hurting yourself in the long run. You know, there's nothing instant about true healing and growth. So it's going to take a while, but you stick around. Maybe you'll pick up something. Tommy and Al, don't diminish your worth. Yes, thank you, Al. Your wife is safe space. Thank you. That's really good advice, Al. Your daughter, imagine how much pressure your wife feels for her. Yeah, exactly. See, we gotta look at everybody's point of view too. Al, thank you for pointing that out. Tom, I appreciate you response. Thank you for positive reinforcement. Thank you, Tom. I hope you subscribed. You're a member of the Turtle Herd. It's free. Slow and steady. We weather the burden together. You know, you hit that notification bell, you can come into the next conversation, hopefully, Tom. Swamp, no, that isn't what he said. He said every time she comes over at all, when she comes over, she allowed telling her daughter to leave him and isn't. I didn't say that. I said that you should address it. He should stand his ground. I shouldn't say that he shouldn't let her just say that. No, I don't think he should just let her say that. I think there's a middle ground between I think that maybe step one is what I'm saying. Step two is what you're saying, Swamp. That's kind of where I'm at. Step one, stand your ground, assert your authority, let her know this is your house, you love your wife, you take care of your wife, right? And then after that, if she doesn't agree with that, she can stay away until she does, because it's your castle, right? I think that you've helped me see the other part of it. It's not just one thing, right? There's no one answer to almost anything. There's a process, right? The place, I broke my back 3 times in 10 years, and my wife has never shown me care or compassion and expected me to be the same physical able guy and do the things I could do before the injury. Man, I'm sorry about that place, or the plaza plate. I'm gonna call you Mr. P there. I'm sorry to hear that, man. And that's a discussion you got to have with your wife. That's the open, honest communication we were talking about, so we can heal and grow. That's the other part of this conversation today. How do you push through, right? How are you going to have that conversation? Because it's hard, right? It's hard to have the conversation with someone that you love more than if you didn't give a shit, right? If you didn't care, you'd be able to tell her the thing. Hey, listen, this is how it is, right? But there's love involved, so it makes it complicated. Place, I appreciate you. The place we are right now, brother. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your conversation. Hopefully you subscribed, became a member of the Turtle Herd. Swamp, well, that's your choice if you would let someone come over and come to stir trouble. Swamp, I'm telling you, we hit a middle ground here, brother. Maybe I responded, didn't catch up. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I think there should be some ebb and some flow. I don't think it should be one dramatic thing. I think that you should start by saying your piece, and then it should end with what you're saying. But what you're saying shouldn't be the beginning. You shouldn't just kick your mother out of her life or make your wife make a choice that you were her mother. That's a hard thing to do right off the bat. I'm not okay. Pleasant. I get it. I wouldn't see why you would be okay, man. You deserve better than that. As someone who has just met you, but can understand the struggle of rejection, right? And here's the thing, man. As men, we're taught as soon as we can't fully provide, as soon as we can't be that thing 24/7, then it diminishes our value. And then no matter how much we say, hey, I can't be that all the time, they still expect us to be that because we've been that, right? Like, that's a hard place to be. That doesn't make you less of a man, but you got to say the hard thing to her until she hears you. Enough times until she hears that, you can't keep doing this. You can't do those physical things, and she needs to be okay with it because you love her. Like, that's it. Like, and she either has to have compassion, or is that really a marriage? If she's not going to have compassion, I mean, she probably loves you, and there's probably a lot of good things about what's going on with you guys, and I wouldn't know just from that brief statement. I'm spitballing here to try to help, man. Swamp, there's no I appreciate your opinion, Swamp. Yes, you're right, but what about messed up are they? Omar, I'm not sure. Omar, typically take 2 to tango. You're right. Other people begin missing and not a burden. If you fix people, you shouldn't try. Just my opinion. I think, I don't think that we should put a lot of stake in being able to fix people, but I do think that we should put stake in saying the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because booting someone out of your life without saying it, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't help you or them grow. If you're too scared to say something to someone you care for because you care for them, and you'd rather just boot them out of your life than face them head on, there's a problem there. And I've had that problem. I'm not judging anybody. I've had that problem. It's hard to say the thing to the person you love, beyond belief, man. When my brothers were dealing with their addiction, I didn't say anything to Steve, barely, and then he took his own life. I said a little bit more to Rob, and then he lost his life to his addiction. I learned from those things to say the hard thing. Now, I had someone about a year ago who was struggling deeply with their addiction, and because I went through what I went through with my brothers, I was able to say the thing. Now, did that save her life? At the moment, I believe it did, because she went and got help. Is it going to save her life forever? No. And I can't control that. But what I can control is using the tools that I've been given to help the people I love into the future. And this person I loved had to hear what I had to say so she could make it one more day through her addiction. And it's not just about saying it to someone who's addicted. It's about saying the thing to your wife if she's not, speaking your love language and caring for you the way that you're caring for her. If you're feeling left out and broken and unappreciated, brother, you deserve to feel appreciated. You're a man. You deserve to have emotions. If she can't, I'm sure your wife is a loving, compassionate human being. You just got to figure out a way to communicate with her, maybe. And I don't speak because because I know. I speak because I'm seeking the truth, my friends. That's why I'm here. I'm seeking the truth. I don't know. I just don't know. Me neither, Omar. Me neither. Al, protect your peace. Very true statement, Al. I know it feels like injustice, but really you give them power by trying to play the same game they are. You will end up miserable if you try to beat the bad people in your life. That's a good one, Al. Thank you so much. You're right. You're right, man. You can't, you got to get to a certain point where you put your hands up. I've walked away from most of my biological family, because of that, and I get it. But, stand your ground first. Try that first. I mean, you might not have to lose these people if they understand that there's a line in the sand that they must abide by to be in your life. I got booted. Omar, you got booted for what? I respect the people in my life who tell me the thing. Because I understand from the parental grief. I love them, and I'm so... Thank you, Al. You're right. We got to respect that. We got to, man. The thing, right? To say the thing, to hear the thing. Here's another thing, man. If someone's saying something that hurts you, let's reflect on why it hurts you. Does it hurt you because it's true and they love you, or does it hurt you because they know enough about you to manipulate you and hurt you? Or because they're trying to manipulate and hurt you. That's how I set down the boulder of pain. When people come in here and they say some BS shit about my orientation or how I look or that I'm old, like, who cares, man? You're trying to hand me a boulder of pain. You don't love me. You don't respect me. You're trying to hand me a boulder of pain. I recognize it right off the bat. It gets easier and easier to recognize. Recognize that this person's trying to hand you a boulder of pain and set that shit down at their feet. Most of the time, their brain's going to explode because they're so used to people taking that boulder of pain and then handing it back and forth in this twisted game to see who can hurt the other person more. And believe me, I grew up in that, and that's not who I want to be. Hawanase taught me a different way. Love, respect, communication, growth through open, honest communication. Now that he's on his journey, I could spread that love and that inspiration to my brothers and sisters in their youth, all our Turtle Herd members out there that have decided to subscribe, all the new Turtle Herd members we picked up at the festival last night, handing out our stickers and making connections and spreading love. What's going on, Omar? Please talk to us, brother. I know you've been struggling for a while. If you can't talk here, my Discord's always open, man. Feel free to reach out there. You're a valued member of the Turtle Herd. Slow and steady, we weather the burden together, bro. I get it. I feel you. Seems like you're having a rough time. Whatever it is, we're here for you, man. We're here for you. Doing our best to do the next right thing. Trying to figure out what that means, brother. Trying to figure out what that means. Pushing through the struggle, being open and honest about where we come from, what we've been through, and what's going to help us grow into the future, right? If the boat's rocking, you're going somewhere. If you're not taking care of yourself first, then you're diminishing the care that you can give to the people around you. That's wholeheartedly. If you're pouring from an empty cup, no one's drinking. You got to take time to fill that cup with love, compassion, and respect for yourself. That's the only way. Glad you're here too, Omar, L, everybody. I'm glad our new friends. I love that. If the boots rocking, you're going somewhere. Dope. Thank you, Al. Hey, 196. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. We're just chatting, having a conversation about hope and appreciation. Visiting the New World or the Between Worlds Festival this weekend. But I don't get a signal out there, so I figured I'd do a live while we're doing the Wells Fargo thing here with my brother. He had to meet his business partner to sign some papers. Probably gonna get a nice meal. Then we'll go back to camp and hang out with the cool people there that are chilling. Omar, I'm trying to figure out why I procrastinate my future when I know I have to put myself first immediately. Now I got evil parents. They excited me, and I got 1 week left, but got my own new first home. Thanks God. Thank you, Omar. Sounds like there's a lot going on, brother. Sounds like you're doing a lot of the next right thing, man. You don't have to figure it out all at once. How about that? You don't have to figure it. You don't have to feel it through and through all at once. It's okay to understand a concept and not fully embody it. It's okay to take time to grow into, what the issue is. Keep evaluating it. Keep being open and honest with yourself about why you procrastinate. Why are you struggling? I heard this thing recently about procrastination comes from shame, right? Comes from our inability to complete a project because then we could be judged on that completed project. Maybe that's part of it, man. When you're younger, you're ashamed for or you weren't praised enough for what you were doing, so you felt shame for doing things. That could be part of it. And but you got to dig through and remember this shit. We got to find a way to find a line between reflection and rumination. Yeah, memory span of a goldfish. I'm with you there, brother. I'm with you. But you dig down deep enough, you'll find it. You'll find it. Especially when it comes to that emotional trauma, that pain that defines us, the writing on the chalkboard that won't wipe away. It's there, man, and there's a reason for it. You wrote it there for a reason, as a defense mechanism. Procrastination keeps you safe, right? You can't be judged if you don't finish the project. If you don't get out there and do it, then there's no eyes on you that'll tell you you're not good enough, right? I mean, that's where a lot of shame and resentment and procrastination comes from. It causes you so much anxiety that you're paralyzed in fear, and I understand that, man. Stuck. But you're not stuck, man. Give yourself the credit. We so often diminish what we do, right? Like, because of these things that we don't do enough, right? It's never enough. It can't be enough, right? I was talking to a buddy yesterday, an amazing artist at this festival, and he said it too, right? Like, it's never enough. It's always a little bit more. And I'm looking at his showcase like, wow, man, like, you're an artist. And he's looking at mine like, oh, I like your stuff too, Scotty. It's great, like, stop diminishing yourself. But like, he addressed this fact that we all kind of feel that way, especially artists, right? That, like, somewhere along the lines, for me, I'll admit it, to even say I'm an artist or express myself as an artist, it took many years, because when I was younger, this art that I expressed wasn't accepted. It was kind of shrugged off and laughed at, and I didn't indulge in it. So spent many years trying to make people laugh, trying to be the jester, because that's what got a positive response out of the people around me. And I set down, creating art and considering myself an artist. And that wasn't fair to me, because of the way that I was raised, and those are the kind of things you got to evaluate there, Omar. Never enough progress. You're right, Omar. But it won't never be enough until you let it be enough, man. You got to let it be enough. It's got to be enough. What you did yesterday, what you did today, whether you just got up and had some water. What did you do today that was better than yesterday? Did you get up and put the sun on your face? You didn't do that yesterday? That's enough, man. You got to start somewhere without expectations. Promise me, man. Start somewhere. Do something today you didn't do yesterday. And things will start to get better, but you got to do it without expectations, because those expectations will breed resentments, and those resentments will breed fear and pain in your heart that'll consume you. You don't deserve to live there, and neither do I. It's a reminder from me, free yourself from that burden of resentment and anger that comes along with these expectations that you don't deserve to live in, man. You deserve to be free from that, Omar. And I can see that from the outside, and it's hard to see it from the inside. Believe me, I get it, because I feel the same way. I'm not enough. That was part of yesterday's thing with the anxiousness. I'm not enough. This isn't enough. I'm freaking out because I'm the first day of school, and an empty backpack and borrowing pencils and shit, and feeling unprepared and inadequate, and everybody's got the answers to the test kind of thing, and I don't. But that's something I'm working on, brother. That's where my anxiety and fear comes from. That's where my paralyzed nature of procrastination is developed from, man. You got to figure it out yourself. James, brother. It's good to see you this morning, good sir. We made it to the Between Worlds Festival. We got the minivan here chilling once again. We don't get a signal out there, so we're at Wells Fargo, giving Rob a ride to meet his business partner, sign some paperwork. I figured I'd do a little live here, catch you guys up. How you doing today, James? I have hardcore imposter syndrome. I think we all do. And here's the thing. I talked to multiple artists yesterday that are amazing, that kind of said the same thing without saying that. It's not enough. It's not enough. They're freaking out. Everybody's bugging out, and they're all getting set up. And it's like, and of course, I'm a day behind everybody, showing up after the event opens to set up, and like, so I'm like even farther behind. I feel like, but it worked out well. We're not doing the lemonade thing because it was too much, and it didn't work out that way, and we didn't get the paperwork like we thought we had, and we kind of whatever, and we're not worried about that. But we sold $25 worth of glow sticks. $400 in, but it doesn't matter. It's not about the money, We were able to have a good time and spread some love, grow the turtle herd. Yeah, James, brother, had a couple useless Jerry's, and like to say I slept well, but I slept like 20 yards from the stage on the other side of an RV, and they played music till 7 in the morning. So I went to bed at like 11 because I'm an old timer. Use public libraries. You're right, Omar. Maybe I should stop at public libraries as I travel to like get the Wi-Fi and then be able to get a good connection. Right? They got private rooms so you can focus. Oh my God, I feel so dumb for not realizing how much faster I can progress. Yeah, fucking A, brother. It's okay, Omar. Don't feel dumb. Don't feel dumb. Don't hold it against yourself, bro. It's okay, whatever it is, man. Um, Slow and steady, nice and easy. We're gonna figure it out together, and we're gonna need reminders. I'm gonna need a reminder. You're gonna need the reminder. Double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. Do the next right thing. Join the turtle herd. These things that we say over and over again, but they're necessities for us to ingrain those as habits, right? Like we might know what's good for us, but if we're not used to doing what's good for us, then it's going to take time to make that a habit. It's going to take continuous reminders to do that next right thing for ourselves. It's going to take some practice to push through the anxiety to know that the boat's going somewhere because it's rocking. And that's what I did yesterday. I went a little inverted and I panicked a bit, but I set everything up and I did what I had to do. And, and then I let it go because all these expectations, I'm putting them on me. Nobody else there had expectations on me. I'm judging myself, these other artists, and I find out these artists are judging themselves too. Like, these amazing human beings. Like, and then I realized, wow, I'm one of these amazing human beings out here at this festival handing out bun stickers, talking about love, respect, and open, honest communication. That's enough, Thank you, Omar. Omar, that's great. I love the library because it's folks that are work focused. Otherwise, the day passes and I feel shame. That's a great idea, Omar. The library is an amazing place. James, double tap that screen before your thumbs fall off. They shouldn't, but if they do, we always thought they wouldn't have. Anyway, James, how you doing, brother? How's your day going? Please let us know. 41% are not doing so great out of 27. Well, express yourself here today in this moment. Put me to good use. Put our brothers and sisters to good use through open, honest communication. This is a good day, a good moment. But they're not all going to be good. Yesterday was rough, with the anxiety and stress that I put myself under through the expectations that I had and the way I wish things were. I'm working on that, and we can work on whatever you got going on together. Have a great day, guys. See you later. Al, it was great seeing you. Go back and check out some of our shorts, Al. Check out my long form. Do me a favor, Al. Comment on some stuff, man. Let me know what you think about the shorts or the featured coffee talk. I would really appreciate that. I worked hard on that coffee talk. The shorts are something that I've kind of stumbled on doing for a while, but I want to get back into it if it's appreciated. James, it gets very hard sometimes, but like you said, don't put expectations on yourself. It makes it much easier. Thank you, James. I miss you, brother. We've never met, and I miss your face, dude. We got to get together, man. I gotta get to St. Louis and have a pizza with you. As of right now, I don't even have a car. This is a borrowed minivan. But things are wrapping up quickly. Got a couple jobs for the painting business. I got another lead that called me yesterday for a bid on Friday when I get back. Next Friday. A couple jobs to do. I got the Cloud 10 communication thing we're going to start working on when I get back. So hopefully we'll be able to get into my own thing here soon. Slow down, right? Slow down. I give myself a headache. A couple useless Jerry's last night. If you don't know, it's rum and cranberry juice, and just a couple. I don't drink much. A couple to settle the nerves and relax because that's what's good for me. And drinking at times in my life hasn't been good for me. So acknowledge that. Acknowledge what's good for you in this moment. What's medicine, if you can, or what's healthy for you. And then indulge in whatever medicine. I suggest CBD. I suggest L-theanine. Reishi is something I'm going to look into to help settle the nerves. I guess is something. The reishi mushroom is a supplement that helps your brain to regulate cortisol, so that anxious feeling kind of levels off a bit. It's in the coffee that I was given, and I was having a little bit of panic. I was drinking this coffee, and it kind of slowed it down. And I researched it a bit. It turns out that reishi is good medicine, so I'm going to do a little bit more research on that. I sat on the porch stump with my grandson playing with the garden hose for a couple hours. It was some of the best time of my life. That sounds beautiful, James. Thank you for sharing that, brother. Thank you. That's a beautiful moment that you allowed us to be a part of, man. I really appreciate that deeply. Yeah. This moment's a good one too, right? We get to have good conversation. I'm waiting for my brother to get out of his meetings. We're gonna go have a good meal before we go back to the festival and relax for another night. Probably leave tomorrow, so that's Sally is doesn't have to be. She can we can go alleviate Sally. She loves being grandma and taking care of the baby, but more than a couple days is unfair to both of them, I think. And it's really nice of Sally to watch the niece for a while so that we could do this, and it's appreciated. Death Wish coffee. Omar, not Death Wish. The Death Wish is good. It's high caffeinated, good stuff. I enjoyed that. The coffee that I got, it's packed in the back. We'll have to chat about it another time, but it's a mushroom based coffee that has 8 different mushrooms in it. I could probably show it to you guys if you want to stick around for a second. Stick around. I'll show it to you. Let's go get it. It's right there in the back. We'll figure it out. We'll get out for a minute. Take a little walk. Let me make sure I got everything I need in here. Where is the key at? Well, it started, so it's got to be in the car. Cause whatever. I get paranoid because it's not my vehicle. Like, oh no, the key's got to be right here because it started, right? I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's got to be right here. Let's go check out this coffee. I'm not going to shut that door. Oh no, I turned it off on you. Got our dry supplies here. Let's see. Here it is. There's the coffee I'm talking about. It's a gift from Laura. There's the name of it. I highly recommend it. I enjoyed it immensely. With 8 functional mushrooms. One is the reishi mushroom. This seemed to help a bit with my anxiousness. Caffeine tends to help with my anxiousness as well. But that really seemed to help quite a bit. Anyhowsen, let's switch you around here. 41% still say that they're not okay. Well, we're here for you guys. Here for you. Appreciate you keeping me company while we're waiting for Rob. Oh, what is all that? We don't need all that. I hit something. Is it that one? No. Is it that one? It's not that one. What did I hit? Like that? I don't know what I hit. Okay, well, I hit something. We got a green screen now, I guess, instead of the background. I don't know what that means or what that's going to do for us. There's the key right there. I found the key exactly where I left it. The green screen. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means or why, but or how I even did it, to be honest with you. Maybe it's something like this. Green screen. Yeah, it's right there. Bam. Take that off. Or do this. Or maybe I can... Oh, look. Yeah, all right. So there's us at the festival. I can show you guys some pictures. There's our little tent there. We'll go back to the green screen. That's pretty cool. I can show you guys pictures through this. Let's see if that's Rob and the other featured artist. Clicking through. There's some of his art, which is absolutely amazing. We click through some of these. That's our glow station and fun stuff. That's all the pictures we got here that it's going to allow us to. That's a picture of me photobombing a photo of people taking a photo at a rest area. I don't know why I thought that was funny, but I thought it was pretty damn funny. I guess you can only like superimpose pictures. So, yeah, that's us at the festival right there. I can take this out of the way, maybe. There we go. How about that? But yeah, it's been a pretty good time so far, I think. And we're going to have more good times. Well, we figured out a way to show you guys at least some pictures. Maybe I'll take more pictures tonight, and if well, next time we do a live, I'll be able to because yeah, I only took a handful of pictures. Because if you take a look at cover that up. There we go. You take a look at that, dude. His artwork. That's a picture of his art there on the left. Mine's on the right. Can't really see it. Let me see if I can't move this thing. There's one of mine in the background there. Not the best. I thought I had more pictures of the artwork. I might have took some videos of the art that we had there. But yeah, Mark is a crazy artist. And he look at his stuff. Freaking absolutely nuts. But yeah, that's us. To Between Worlds Festival. There's our tent right at the main stage. If you find your way out to the Two Worlds Festival, check it out. Come buy some glow sticks. Come hang out with us. We ain't doing nothing but chilling. But anyway, with that being said, I'm ready to relax. Stop running my yapper. Omar, how do I make my own art? Omar. Well, it all starts with deciding what kind of art, right? What do you want to do, Omar? What do you want to create? You want to do wood burning? Get a wood burner, get some wood, and just start fiddling with it. Get some acrylic paint and start painting on cardboard. You know, go to the dollar store, get a cheap set of brushes and some acrylics, and just go for it. You got to jump into the deep end, man. I wouldn't recommend putting a bunch of money into like art supplies without getting some kind of technique you like to use. But yeah, man, jump in. Yeah, you start with cardboard. I painted on a lot of cardboard. I used to paint on the walls when I was a kid, when I was a younger man. I thought it was fun. But there's all kinds of art out there, man. Building birdhouses is art. Communication in the right way is art. Yeah. I think you start by taking the leap, man. First, you got to decide. No, it doesn't have to be painting. Wood burning, creating, building. I don't know, man. There's a thousand. Google different art forms. There's performative art, right? I mean, it's kind of what we got going on there at the festival, right? We got this piece. Yeah, Google different art forms. Find something that piques your interest. Find something that pulls you towards the thought of it. Gives you a sense of vigor. I highly recommend it. Take a little research, take a little work on your end, and it'll ebb and flow, man. It'll come and go with your passion. Your passion will come and go. For me anyway, it does. It comes and it goes. I like photography and video editing. Omar, we should chill, buddy. I would love to learn more about video editing. I'm not too great at it. Like I said, Coffee Talk, my featured long form. But anyway, I am going to let you guys go. I love your faces. I appreciate the conversation today. Everybody who joined the Turtle Herd, thank you for stopping in today and indulging in the conversation. Thank you for the love over there on the side. Thank you for being you today. If you're struggling and you're not sure how to get through it, just keep pushing and maybe go back and watch this live or some other ones. There's some good advice on this channel. If you look some of my shorts under mental health tips, tools, there's a bunch of short videos that encompass some ideas that might help you push forward through the struggle. The first thing I could say is stop pouring out of an empty cup. Just figure out a way to love yourself. Do something that you can give yourself credit for so you can be your own cheerleader. That's how you start digging yourself out of this hole that you may be in. The whisper, right? It consumes us. We're a piece of shit. We're useless and we're broken and we're lost and it'll never be enough because we can't do enough. Well, that's a lie. Whatever you're doing is exactly the plan for you in this moment. Even the struggle, right? Because when you're not struggling, it feels so much better, right? The sunny day is so much more beautiful because it rains, right? So if you're in anxiety, stress, grief, loss, any kind of pain, just hold on to that silver lining today and do your best to spread love and hope. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I'll take some more pictures of the artwork, and then tomorrow I can possibly, or whatever, I didn't realize I could show pictures in the live, but thanks, James. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my weekend with my Brody. He'll probably be done here soon. I don't know how long this meeting's lasting, but I'm overrunning my old yapper today. Again, if anybody out there on YouTube, Dan, needs anything, You can always comment on any of my shorts, any of my posts, any of my videos. I do my best to respond to them all. With that being said, I'm off like a herd of turtles. I hope you've decided to subscribe and become a member of the Turtle Herd. With loving, open conversation, we heal and grow through the constant reminder of what our medicine is: reflection, appreciation, and hope. Check out Misled Utopia, beautiful musical medicine on their channel. Some Not Go Bear. And stop pouring from that empty cup. I'll catch you guys soon.